Welcome to part 7 of our Thailand adventure series. In this video, we're exploring Koh Phangan, an island known for its gorgeous beaches and of course the legendary full moon party.
Spoiler alert, we missed the full moon party by a couple of days, but there's so much more to Koh Phangan than just its nightlife. Stick around for our full guide, including where we stayed, the top things to do, and our personal experiences on this incredible island.
And get ready for more thirst traps. You get a thirst trap, 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 you get a thirst trap. Sorry, Mom.
Does everyone get a thirst trap?
I'm ridiculous! Hi, welcome back to our channel, Fabullier.
So in part 2 of our Koh Phangan trip, we're showcasing our top 5 things to do on this fantastic island. We'll be visiting the local temples, some fantastic beaches, some of which are only accessible by boat, and showing you some of our favourite places to eat.
We'll also be spending time with and caring for rescued elephants and touring the coastline on a private Longtail boat. Spoiler alert, do it. Also, another spoiler alert, we didn't go to the full moon party as we missed it by literally a couple of days. But there's so much more to Koh Phangan than neon paint, buckets of alcohol, and any debaucherous thing that you've seen on the White Lotus. Oh, those were the days, weren't they?
Memories. So stick around and see how we spent our time on the island. Whilst we came to Koh Phangan with the intention to relax and do very little, as tempting as it was to rot on the beach all day at the Anantara, we couldn't leave Koh Phangan without exploring more of what the island had to offer.
And while the full moon party might be what Koh Phangan is most famous for, there is a very different side of the island. One that's very demure, very mindful, very chill, that might make it so much more than just a party destination.
So, here are a few of the best things to do in Koh Phangan, whether you're here for luxury, adventure, or just a bit of island escapism. Number 1, visit the local temples. Koh Phangan has some beautiful temples that are well worth a visit.
Tucked away in the jungle near Phaang Waterfall, Wat Madua Wan is one of the island's most striking temples. What makes it stand out? The giant staircase leading up to the temple complex. Climbing them in the tropical heat is a workout. We're talking steep, towering steps, flanked by golden serpents slithering you up towards the main prayer hall.
It's not a huge temple, but it feels authentic, with fewer tourists and a calm, peaceful atmosphere. If you're looking for a break from the beach, it's a great way to experience a different side of Koh Phangan.
Just a short ride away, you'll find Guan Yin Temple, one of the most unique and visually stunning temples on the island. Built in 1993 by a local Chinese Thai philanthropist, this temple is dedicated to Guan Yin. Remember her from our Koh Samui video? The Buddhist goddess of mercy, who symbolizes compassion and kindness. It was constructed as a place for both locals and visitors to come and pray for good fortune, protection, and guidance.
The temple itself is a blend of Thai and Chinese architecture, featuring bright and red gold pagoda-style rooftops, intricate dragon carvings, and colourful statues depicting Buddhist mythology. The location also provides fantastic views over the island, making it a great spot to reflect, snap some photos, and soak in the tranquility.
Number 2, take in some of the local nature. Koh Phangan isn't just about the beaches. If you're up for a little adventure, the island is home to stunning waterfalls, jungle trails, and breathtaking viewpoints that are well worth exploring.
Secluded amidst the rich jungle greenery, Pudang Waterfall is a peaceful spot, perfect for cooling off from the island heat.
Getting here involves a short but scenic trek through dense tropical forest where you'll spot colorful butterflies flitting around as you make your way towards the falls.
Our driver took us there during our day trip around the island, but it was pretty easy to find. The waterfall itself might not be the biggest on the island, but its charm lies in its tranquility. A gentle cascade surrounded by thick greenery with natural rock pools where you can dip your feet in and relax. Top tip, bring mosquito repellent and good shoes. The path can get a little slippery, especially after rain.
Since it's not a major tourist stop, there's a good chance it'll just be you and the butterflies.
If you're up for a bit of a challenge, Domsala Viewpoint is one of the best places on the island to take in panoramic views of Koh Phangan and beyond.
We started the climb early in the morning and had the whole place to ourselves. Once at the top, you're rewarded with an insane 360-degree view, stretching over the island's dense jungles, beaches, and even across to Koh Samui in the distance.
Top tip, if you want to get the best lighting for your photos and fewer people, get here before midday. Both Pudang Waterfall and Domsala Viewpoint offer a break from the island's beaches and nightlife, giving you a chance to see a different side of Koh Phangan, and both are well worth adding to your itinerary.
Number 3. One of the most rewarding and thought-provoking experiences on Koh Phangan was our visit to the Koh Phangan Elephant Sanctuary. It's a place dedicated to rescuing and rehabilitating elephants that have been mistreated in the tourism or logging industries. Many of Thailand's elephants have endured harsh conditions, whether it's carrying tourists on their backs for long hours, performing in shows, or being forced to work in logging camps.
Sanctuaries like this one aim to provide a safe, natural environment where the elephants can live freely, without chains, riding, or forced interactions. At Koh Phangan Elephant Sanctuary, the elephants have been rescued from various exploitative industries, and the goal is to allow them to heal and thrive in a more ethical setting. Top tip, you need to book in advance, as the sanctuary only allows a limited number of visitors per day to keep the experience respectful and sustainable. There are different programs, including tours and feeding, but don't expect to be let in if you just rock up.
Upon arrival, we were given an introduction to the elephants' backstories, learning about where they came from and how they were adapting to their new environment. We were then given the chance to prepare food for them, mixing ingredients like bananas, rice, and vitamins to make nutritious snacks. Hand feeding these incredible animals was a surreal experience. They were gentle yet playful, carefully taking the food from our hands with their trunks.
I have to admit, this visit brought up some conflicting emotions for me. Years ago, on a different trip to Thailand, I rode an elephant, not realizing at the time the cruelty involved in training them for that kind of work. It's something I still regret, and this experience was a way to learn and do better. That said, while the sanctuary is a much better alternative from the tourist camps where elephants are forced to perform, we couldn't help but wonder, how free are they really? While they weren't chained or mistreated, it was still a controlled environment and they still don't have vast open spaces to roam. Overall, however, the elephants seemed well cared for, and the staff were genuinely passionate about giving them a better life. If you're going to see elephants in Thailand, this was one of the more ethical ways to do it, and it's an opportunity to support rescue efforts rather than harmful practices. As a rule of thumb, if you do visit an elephant sanctuary, do your research. Make sure the place truly prioritizes the elephant's well-being and avoid any attractions that offer rides or unnatural performances.
Number 4. If you want to reach some of Koh Phangan's most stunning, less accessible beaches, a private longtail boat is the best way to do it. A private longtail gives you the freedom to set your own pace, avoid the crowds, and soak in the island's coastline in total comfort.
We booked ours through the Anantara on our last day, and it was easily one of the best experiences of our trip. We started our journey from the shore of the Anantara, stepping straight onto our waiting longtail, which was literally only a few steps from our room.
The journey itself was just as incredible as the destinations. The boat was decked out with soft cushions and blankets, meaning we could lie back and relax in the sun as the boat sailed along the Koh Phangan coastline.
Hello. Hi.
First, we pulled into Chalakalam, a quiet fishing village with a laid-back charm. We spent about an hour there, strolling along the beach and through town before heading back to the boat, where we opened up a bottle of champagne and enjoyed a private picnic as we sailed towards Bottle Beach.
With its soft sand and turquoise waters, Bottle Beach is easily one of the most pristine spots on the island, and arriving by Longtail made the experience even more special. More on Bottle Beach later in the video.
Sadly, the visibility wasn't that great for snorkeling that day, but honestly, who cares? The freedom of cruising around the island, stopping where we pleased, and taking in the views without any rush made it an unforgettable experience. If you're visiting Koh Phangan, this is 100% something we'd recommend.
Number 5. Koh Phangan is home to some incredible beaches, each with its own distinct vibe. While Tong Nai Pan Noi was right on our doorstep, we wanted to experience more of the island's coastline. So we made visits to Malibu Beach, Chalakalam Beach, Mahat, and Bottle Beach, all offering that laid-back island atmosphere we came here for.
Located on the northwest coast of Koh Phangan, near the town of Chalakalam, Malibu Beach is a small but stunning stretch of powdery white sand lined with palm trees and traditional longtail boats. The water here is incredibly shallow and clear, making it perfect for wading and relaxing. The beach has a laid-back, hidden gem feel with fewer crowds compared to other spots on the island.
A little further west, Mahat Beach is another great beach that's well worth the visit. What makes Mahat so special is the sandbar that connects the main beach to the tiny island of Koh Ma, meaning you can walk from one island to the other at low tide. It's a great spot for swimming and snorkeling with coral reefs just offshore and calm, clear waters. It was sadly getting a little cloudy when we were visiting, but it was still beautiful, and we spent a good chunk of the afternoon there.
Not far away, Chalakalam Beach, located on the north coast of Koh Phangan, is a laid-back local beach with soft white sand and calm, shallow waters. Unlike the more built-up beaches, Chalakalam has retained its traditional fishing village charm, with a few relaxed beach bars and cafes.
After strolling along the beach and enjoying the peaceful atmosphere, we wandered into town, which was full of local restaurants, small shops, and a slow, easygoing vibe.
We also stopped for drinks at Kaif, a fantastic coffee shop right in town. Kaif serves up freshly pressed juices, great coffee, and a variety of cakes and pastries, perfect for a quick refresh before hitting the next beach. We had a fresh smoothie and an iced matcha latte, which cooled us off after a morning in the sun.
The final beach we visited was Bottle Beach, one of the most beautiful and secluded beaches on the island.
Top tip, Bottle Beach is only accessible by boat or a tricky jungle hike, so the easiest way to get there by far is by longtail boat, and trust us, it's worth it. There is also a viewpoint nearby giving great views over the ocean, but we decided against it as we were enjoying the beach so much and had limited time.
This remote beach was like something out of a postcard. Also, because it's not the easiest place to reach, there were barely any other people there, making it feel like our own private escape. As it was our final day on the island, we just spent time lounging on the sand, swimming in the sea, and just soaking up the sun. It was easily one of our most favorite places on the island.
Finally, a couple of special mentions go to two places we grabbed a bite to eat at while exploring. Pantit Market in Tong Sala is the island's go-to night market, buzzing with energy and packed with street food stalls offering everything from fresh pad thai to crispy spring rolls and mango sticky rice. We stopped by early evening on the way back to our hotel and grabbed some local Thai sweets.
And when you're feeling peckish, Koh Raham is a quirky beach bar and restaurant next door to Secret Beach.
The walk into the bar is lined with hammocks and nets, all nestled within the trees over different levels. It's like something out of the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse. It was low tide when we were there, but there were some great snorkeling opportunities directly from the bar.
Food-wise, there was a mix of lunch and brunch options available. We had the acai bowl and, of course, pad thai, no vegetables.
And black sticky rice with coconut milk. I won't lie, out of all the mango sticky rices we've had, this was probably my least favourite, as it was warm and not as refreshing as the other ones. But we still love the vibe of the place and it's well worth a visit. But like all good things, our time here had to come to an end. On our final morning, we took one last walk along the soft sands of Tong Nai Pan Noi, soaking up the tranquility before heading back to the resort for our private speedboat transfer to Koh Samui. One of the best parts of staying at the Anantara, the seamless departure. Instead of navigating crowded piers, we were whisked away straight from the beach, with the resort staff waving us off as our boat pulled away.
As we cruised back across the Gulf of Thailand, with the island disappearing behind us, we knew Koh Phangan wouldn't be a one-time visit. It's the kind of place that lingers in your mind long after you left. Laid back, beautiful, and just a little bit magical. The f***? Who says that?
I asked you before if you were fine with it and you said yes.
I think it's how I'm saying it is cheesy as f***, but then when you say it's just kind of cute.
Yeah.
Say it to the crowd, mama.
Can't help that. It's the kind of place that lingers in your mind long after you've left. Laid back, beautiful, and just a little bit magical.
Pretty.